Hey, hey. This is such a good song. Get it, boo, get it. Are you happy?
I'm very happy. Are you happy?
Yes. Why?
Because I'm happy. What are you happy for?
I'm just happy today. So hey, raise the roof once again. We are back. Oh. Yeah.
Anyways, hi everybody.
Welcome back.
Bienvenidos
to Parejeando con Myra y El
Randy.
Randy.
El Randy from the Rancho.
Yes.
Oh, what are you happy about today?
Well, I'm happy because I'm alive. I'm happy because I woke up next to that fat ass, that big old booty of yours. I'm happy because, man.
Do I have anything in my teeth?
No, do I?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm just, happy. I'm alive. This baby's.
I know we're getting closer.
Oh, yes, we are getting closer. She will be here very soon. So just overall feeling good, and
That's good. That's great.
Thank you.
It's awesome. Happy for you.
Thank you. So I want to go ahead and talk about something with you today.
¿Más? ¿Otra vez?
Yes. And
casi no hablas.
No, yo no. But I want
Quería
you.
saber que tú casi no hablas de...
He's such a jerk. I want to talk about happiness and mental health, mentally happy, just happiness in general with humans, happiness in your life, in your career, in your marriage, within yourself, just happiness. Because I think one of the biggest pursuits we all want to achieve and conquer in life is being happy. But a lot of people go through their whole life like not being 100% happy with themselves.
Are you really happy?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's talk about happiness.
I'm happy.
Okay. So I want to go ahead and there's so many things I really want to come at. So let's break it down. So happiness, when people rely on other people to make them happy. For example, in a relationship, in a marriage, o lo que sea, a lot of people are with someone because they make them happy. Mm-hmm. But then again, they're lacking something or they're not 100% happy because they're not happy within themselves, right? So should you rely on your significant other making you happy, or does happiness first comes within? What do you think?
No, I think it comes within first. Regardless, I mean, your partner should make you happy. Mm-hmm. But I think when you're happy, when you're inner happy, yeah, I mean, you can conquer anything.
Yeah.
Are you getting at me or what?
No, because there's a lot of times
because I'm not happy. I mean, I'll be honest with you, inner happy. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy for what I have, the family I have. Am I happy 100%? Maybe not. Well, there's some certain stuff that I would like to achieve, but it's not like I'm miserable, but then I'm not happy.
So do you think that lack of happiness that you don't have how is that making you feel? You know what I'm saying? Is that stopping you? How does that make you feel in general? How would you feel differently? I know you would be happier, but how do you feel if you felt, where are you unhappy?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, and it's probably the only time I've spoken publicly about it, but I mean, I would like to be more in shape, Mm-hmm. I don't know. Even talking about it's kind of the fuck awkward,
No, but it's not. I think it's awkward because it's something we're not supposed to talk about, yeah. Right? Being unhappy, and then weight. Weight is so easy to toss around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I know I've made some decisions that maybe I regretted because of my weight. I've turned down opportunities and I've let go of opportunities because of my weight. Mm-hmm. I think I know so. I know so. And and yeah, like ultimately I have the power to fix it, but it's just like you said, it's a mental like a mental game. But you need to be mentally strong to conquer anything, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So, do you believe in your heart? And I think sometimes for me, it's like a subject that I tiptoe around, or I can't really, like, I was overweight for me, right?
Mhm.
The thing is, we all have certain body goals that we want to achieve. Not
Right.
everybody else is, all of us are universal. It's one goal. But do you believe that when someone says, I am fat and happy, like, do you really think that really exists? I am fat and happy.
No, I don't. I mean, I speak for myself. And I could have said that, but no, definitely not. I feel like the simple fact that, for example, Valentina, she wants to play, and I am able to play with her, but fucking a minute later, I'm all fucking winded.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, espérate, mija, let's stop. But they don't know how to stop. They're just like, no, let's keep going. Let's keep going, And then that leads to being upset. Now, just physically, like, you want to look better in clothes, And you can't go shopping for certain clothes because, well, obviously they don't look good, But I'm the type of person that I've never believed that a clothes makes you, like, you make the clothes, but then again it's just like shit,
If you're not happy, how are you gonna how are you gonna feel good in that clothes?
So
Do you think a lot of the times too, it's like people are just masking realities, like real, like deep emotions when they say I am fat and happy, because they're masking the truth?
I think so, and I'm gonna be brave enough to speak for a lot of us, it's not like we're not really happy. I know deep down inside we're not, because like who wouldn't like to, I don't know, fucking for summer be at a fucking beach with their shirt off, or I don't know, walk into the fucking grocery store with a tank top or whatever, just be free and be yourself. Regardless, like, yeah, you can be free and be yourself being the way you are, but I know you're having second thoughts about it, or doubts about your insecurities, like your body, like, oh, should I wear this or I shouldn't wear that? And if you do wear what you wear, your conscience, like, oh, are they looking at me? What are they saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like overall you're not happy.
Yeah. So do you think also that a lot of the times, or what are your thoughts like regarding social media, right? Like, do you think right now, since social media is so big, we're kind of influenced to look like other people because right? Like these unrealistic bodies,
Right.
like, do you think that also helps, or is it more like society wants you to look like 5% body fat? Society wants you to look like this, or do you think just in...
The thing is, like, I mean, I come across these pages all the time. Like, yeah, fucking dudes working out, and they're like super buff and shit. And obviously, it didn't take them a week or a month, or it took them years and discipline, years of dedication and discipline to be where they're at. But I think overall, the mind process is more like, that's more of an end goal, But you got to see they're really ¿cómo se dice? By the books, o sea, disciplined. They're really disciplined on everything, and I feel like if you're disciplined in life like that, you can accomplish a lot, So they're disciplined in their workouts. They're disciplined in their eating habits. Obviously, they're at a certain point where a fucking cheeseburger is not gonna define them. It's not
right.
It's not gonna break them. So they're able to have that. But the struggle I'm sure they took. All those years working out and all those years of discipline of eating right, eating healthy, and never missing a day. It has led them to where they're at now. So that for me is just more of a mind game where they won, like they're winning because they're able to conquer that, which I think that by far is like the hardest thing to overcome.
Mental.
Yeah. Like I think once you overcome you're in control of your mind. Man, it's ridiculous the things you can accomplish.
Yeah.
I really believe in that.
It kind of goes back to what, remember when we were traveling and Kwan, he told us, because they're Buddhist, right?
Right.
And he was saying, I don't know if you remember, if you caught that, he said, in Buddhism, Buddha said that if you can conquer what you put in your body, you can conquer anything in life, and he kind of related it back to like, like health, like, and it's so true. Food is an addiction. 100%. It's such an addiction, and it's so hard to overcome. But the second you can overcome such a hard addiction, you can overcome and you can conquer anything in life. And it's so true, because I a lot of the times mentally, I think it's like what happens is we want to become happier, healthier. Let's go back. Let's not even talk about health. Let's talk about happiness. You want to be happier doing something, but right away, what's your mind going to tell you? You can't do it. Like,
you start thinking about the negatives. Like, oh, what if I don't have this?
Or like, for example, I want to go back to school, right? Because I know I'll be happier if I pursue this career that I've always wanted to do. But your mind's like, but it's going to be fucking hard. But there's going to be a lot of homework. Don't do it. You don't know how to write. You don't even know how to do math.
Yeah.
You're already going to think of the mind is so powerful. It's going to tell you so many reasons not to do something, but that is you. Like, it's crazy. Like, overall, it's the truth. Our mind is so fucking powerful, but the second our brain is a muscle too. Our mind, we have to exercise it. And the thing is, if you are not creating willpowers, if you're not creating these thoughts, these positive thoughts, or lo que sea, you're never going to improve. A lot of people think like, oh, well, I'm going to become mentally strong and become happier because it's just going to come one day. Like, happiness and mental strength and wellness is going to come knocking on your door and be like, hey, like, I'm here. It's time to be happy. But it's like, it starts within. And one of the biggest things is accepting you're not happy. What are you unhappy about? And that's even a conversation in marriages, relationships, that is so hard to have. You know what I mean? Like, there's been times where I sit down, even if I say I'm unhappy with, let's relate it to our marriage, like with you, like if there's something I don't like, and I'll tell you, like, dude, I need to tell you, I don't like this. This doesn't make me happy. And even coming out and addressing something that doesn't make you happy is so hard, because what's the number one thing we're scared of? How that person's going to react. What's going to be the outcome. But the thing is, in order for you to evolve, to become better, you have to address and you have to accept what is not making you happy and work on it. And with you're talking about your weight, you're overweight, so you're unhappy. So the next big thing, the first thing is accepting it. It's like, como quien dice, when you're
well, yeah, I mean, I'm even surprised I'm talking about this.
No, but you know what? Like, I'm really proud you're doing this, because there's a lot of people that are overweight or are unhappy because of their weight, and they never want to address it because they're too scared. There's a lot of people that don't have a voice in weight loss because they're scared. I think it's como, ¿qué va a decir la gente? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people are, and I don't blame you. It's so hard to be vulnerable. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is your life. This is your happiness. And if you don't do what makes you happy or work on becoming a happier person, and this is where it goes back to the dimensions of wellness. Like, I did a whole fucking master thesis paper on this. There's so many dimensions of wellness that people just think like, well, physically she is happy because she has everything. Okay, but what about spiritually? What about emotionally? What about like occupational? Like, you need to be happy in all, like, it's a wheel, if you are missing one part, like the wheel's not perfect. But we have to address and accept the fact that we're not happy. And the next step is like, what are you going to do about it? You can either sit there in that mental state of mind, or you fucking tie your fucking nuts and say, I'm gonna do something about it. So my question to you is, what are you gonna do about it?
No, well, obviously, start making better choices. But that's where, I'll go back to the state of mind where like it's easy to be like, but fuck it, like I'll start tomorrow, I'll start the next day, that's been my case my whole life, um, and sometimes like I will start and probably like do a month, 2 months. I think 3 months has been like the longest I've been, but after that it's just like yeah, you see the changes or whatever, but that one particular time you went out to eat or that family gathering that you're just like, I'll be all right. And then your like addiction starts coming back like even 10 times worse, And then you're like, fuck it, pues ya el lunes empiezo. Fuck it, and then it just goes downhill from there, and then you're in it, you're going back to where you started, and shit, all that hard work goes down the drain. So for me, it's honestly a mental thing, where I need to conquer my mind first and just really want it. Like, I know I want it. I know I really do want it.
But not bad enough.
I can't say bad enough because I do really want it bad enough where I'll do the work, but somewhere along the way I fall off, So my problem is just like I just seriously need to have tunnel vision and just like go forward. And
you have to have the willpower to say no.
No, yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly. And yeah, that's honestly what it is. And during that journey, you hit a lot of obstacles where, it's your mom's birthday, your dad's birthday, whatever, family reunion or whatever. And
tómate ahí unos taquitos.
Sí,
Toma, prueba
ándale,
esta
mijo,
quesadilla.
ándale, no hay pedo, ándale, que tengo una pinche que no pasa nada,
Oh, está dieta, no le des, no le des.
Sí. And not that, I mean, I don't care, or it bugs me, but it's there. It's right in front of you. You're just like, pues chingue su madre, un taquito, no hay pedo, But that
one leads to, I already had one, fuck it, let me have 4.
Yeah. And it's just hard, man. It really is hard. And I don't know, maybe I once said this in this channel where this is therapeutic, where you kind of, this is like our journal, right? Where you come out and just say whatever you want to say. And yeah, regardless, fucking people are going to always judge you. And they might agree, they might disagree. And some like may offend you. Well, in a sense, like where they'll bully you, I guess, and for no whatever reason. But it's just like, I don't know. I took this approach. I'm like, and we didn't even discuss this. This is just like right here, right now. This is happening right here, right now. And yeah, like I can say I'm generally not happy, and I don't know. By me, like letting it out to the universe, maybe this time around is different. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this time around, people might relate to me and be like, oh my god, like that's crazy. Like I don't know, like just anything can happen right now. So I'm happy I'm doing this. It's really therapeutic for me. Like just even speaking, and I told you a lot of times, like where I don't feel comfortable exposing parts of our life,
Yeah, you like to keep a lot of things very personal. It's intimate.
Yeah, for my personal reasons. And yeah, so like I don't know, I'm happy I'm getting this off my chest, and just I don't know, people can relate and maybe this time around is different, and this time around is really like the time,
Yeah. And I think a lot of times too, people get this 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 idea that it's like, oh well, Myra's into fitness, Myra transform all these women's lives. Like, well, Randy, like, hey, like, no, and it's a question that I get asked, and I'm gonna I'm gonna ask you so you can address it yourself. Well, why don't you help your husband? Why is your husband overweight? Like, why?
Yeah. No. And that's another thing too, where it's kind of like embarrassing in a sense where, well, shit, yeah, I mean, I live with a trainer and whatever, but it goes back to what we obviously said that last time too, where it's like, well, only because I'm a trainer doesn't necessarily my partner likes to work out or is workout, ¿cómo se dice?
Yeah, like
fanatic or whatever, you know? So, yeah, like that's something I've always been conscious about too, where it's like, fuck, dude, like, pues si miran a Myra y van a decir, "Este pinche panzón culero," you know, or like, oh, dude, like Myra's cool, but her husband's fucking fat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks, you know. But that's me. That's just my fucking mind, you know, playing shit. It's like, who the fuck knows? Maybe they don't say that, you know, but that's just me.
Yeah, but it's the unhappiness in you.
Yeah. Like, yo solo mismo me creo esas ideas. And it's just like, nah, dude, fuck that. Like, I need to stop it. Like, I have the power to change it. So I just fucking act on it, you know? And that's what I've, like, come to see in all your programs and stuff that you offer, that a lot of people, they always said excuses, you know, like on your comments on your Instagram or whatever, like, oh, but I don't have time, or
I work full time.
Yeah. Like I have, you know, X amount of kids. And
I don't have a gym.
Yeah. Like there's always excuses, but the reality is just like, you don't need to pay a gym to go run outside. Like running outside is free, you know, or fucking doing lunges, you know, it's free, you know. There's always a way, but it's just like, yeah, how bad do you want it, you know? So I don't know. I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy. I'm even speaking about it.
No, I'm happy too. And you know, and I've always told you this, like I 100% support you all the time.
Yeah.
And I know you are not 100% happy with your image, but it's because I obviously look at you como quien dice con ojos de amor, but it doesn't matter. No, but it doesn't matter how I see you, because what matters is how you see yourself, because that unhappiness, that negative energy, all that is let out to the universe. And if you are letting out unhappiness, and this goes for everybody, like if you are unhappy, if you are letting all these negative vibes, all this bad energy out, that shit comes back, and it's a cycle that never breaks. Yeah. But it's up to you. Like mentally, it's so hard. Mental wellness, and it's something that in the Latino culture, we kind of throw in the back burner. Like, estás triste, get over it, it's not big. Or estás triste porque estás gordito, vas a estar bien. Or, oh, you went through a breakup, just go out and fucking meet somebody. But it's not about that. The thing is, it's like you need to take time for yourself. You need time for some soul searching. You need time to work on yourself. Even if that is psychological help, like it's there, but you cannot put it on the back burner and act like your mental health is not important, because you can be happy at work. You can be happy you're making money. You physically look great. But if you are decaying mentally on the inside, it doesn't fucking matter. How many times do you hear about these people that committed suicide and you're like, but they fucking had it all. Yeah. Why? Like, and it's like, dude, they were going through depression. They felt like shit inside, because that's what we don't understand is happiness comes within, but also mentally we have to seek help, or we have to move towards becoming happier. You know what I mean? And with you, it's like, I told you, I am here to help you 100%. And the thing is I'm going to say this for everybody. You can have the best trainer. You can have the best team. You could have Floyd Mayweather's team on your side, Pacquiao's if you're a boxer. But if you mentally do not want it, if you haven't, como quien dice, like that switch doesn't just click one, then you're like, fuck this, I've had enough. It doesn't fucking matter who's on your side. You have to want it yourself. No one is going to bring you happiness but yourself. Like the second you start taking control of your life and your happiness, things will change, you know, and by you just accepting that, like, this is how I feel, I need to do something about it. So you're going to do something about it.
Sí, ya empezando lunes ya me así ya. Me faltan 3 días.
And then, pues, okay, también, like, I don't want to bash on our culture, or it's not even our culture. I think this happens in everybody's culture. The second someone wants to become, we'll go back to weight loss. Like if someone wants to become healthier, and I'll say healthier because that's what I believe in. I becoming healthier. You don't get that social support from your family, or you don't get that social support from your friends or your significant other. And it's like, dude, you need to fucking support them, because a lot of the problems that you guys are going through, a lot of the problems this person's facing is because they feel insecure on the inside, or because they're not healthy. And the thing is, don't take that shit lightly. You know, instead of you're not being a solution to the problem, you're being the fucking problem by saying like, toma, no importa, or Myra can't go out with us because she's on a detox and she can't drink. It's like, since when the fuck do you need to drink to have a good fucking time? You know what I'm saying? But it's time for us to stop making excuses and move towards a happier us. And that's where I was like, I asked you in the beginning, like, you can't rely on other people to make you happy.
Right.
And this is what I believe. Who is going to get you everything you ever want in life? It's going to be yourself. It's going to be nobody else. And the thing is, of course, yes, like you make me happy, right? But without you, I know I'm happy with myself. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm a fucking depressed person when I am not with you. No, when I'm not with you, if I'm doing my own shit, whatever the fuck I'm doing, I'm still a happy person. And people have to stop relying on happiness, seeking happiness in somebody else.
Through someone else.
You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. Because like you, what is it? You make your bed.
You make the bed you sleep on.
Yeah. So you have to be happy within yourself, because the other significant persons, they will make you happy, but not internally.
Yeah, and who gives a fuck? Listen to me, everybody. Who gives a fuck if you're shy, if you're embarrassed, or what the fuck? The thing is, or what are people gonna say? Like, oh, pues, you know, la gente siempre va a criticar. Right now, how you are in your life, people are talking shit about you. Right now, people are probably talking shit about us. People are probably talking shit. People are always going to have something to say all the time, regardless if when you're doing bad, they have a lot to say. And when you're doing good, they still have a lot to say. So you cannot be focused on that back noise, because that back noise it's not getting you to a better job. It's not getting you to a happier place in your life, with your marriage, with your children, whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. These people they're not, como quien dice, no te están dando tragar. So who gives a fuck what they have to say? You know, but it's, once again, it's that mental strength. It's that mental mind. It's that mental wellness that we need to
succeed.
Succeed. You need to accept that. And you have to support those that are mentally going through some shit. You know, I just know that we take it too lightly, and we can't be throwing that shit in the back burner. You know what I mean? Just the way you really address like your kids when you see your children, like, oh, like se miran tristes, like that's the same type of nursing you have to give yourself and your significant other, you know? And I'm really happy that you're telling me this, because I'm game 100%. You know, like the second whatever the fuck it is that you want to do, I don't care. You know, I'm here 100% to support you. And now that I know, we've had conversations like this, but now that it's like out in the open, like I'm fucking here for you. Yeah, but that everybody knows now. Who gives a shit? You know, I can guarantee you will inspire people by you speaking up, and by you, if you are ready, right? Because it's about being ready and taking that first step, becoming healthier. Like, you will inspire so many people, because there's so many men like you in the same fucking position.
I should probably create like a journey, no?
No, you should. I really think
let's do it.
You, Randy Perez, should document it. But here's the thing. Who gives a fuck what people are going to have to say?
I know. No, yeah, but it's a pinche pedo, no hay pedo. Like, but like, as long as you're happy, as long as I'm happy,
yes.
You know?
And when it comes down to transformation, and I know this, at first, there's going to be those people that are close to you that van a criticar de a madres. They're going to talk shit. They're going to want to provoke you. But trust me, when you are like halfway there and you've already like transformed this amount, they're going to be like, oh my God, like, fíjate Randy como va, or damn, look at him, or look at her, like, shit, she's fucking doing it. She has 3 kids and is going to school full time. And then when you are literally like, we're always going to have goals. That's the thing. And that's, I think, what's the beauty. That's what I know is the beauty about wellness and fitness, that you're never complacent. Like, you're always like, well, when I started off, I wanted to weigh this. And now that I'm here, I want to do a fucking marathon. Now that I'm here, I want to do a Spartan race. Now that I'm here, I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Like, you always set higher goals and higher expectations, and then you achieve those. And that overall, I think, sets the bar for your attitude in life, because you're like, damn, I fucking did this. What else could I do in life? Like, there's so many times too where it's like, I've been wanting to do this interview for this promotion at work, but I'm so insecure because they're going to look at me. And I've had my girls tell me this, and the girl that I'm competing against, pues ella sí es una flaquita y lo que sea. And let's be honest, sex sells.
Yeah.
If you don't know that, and it's a freaking, I'm like over here blowing, or I'm here blowing your fucking mind, sex sells. It's the damn truth. We live in a world, in a society where sex sells. So the thing is, it just sucks.
More cleavage.
It's just como, it's
Cleavage.
Cleavage. No, but sometimes the way you feel about yourself, your body, it really como inhibits you from going to the, you know, it's como un barrier that you create. You're too insecure to do that because it's like you're so worried about how you physically look.
All right, enough of these sad stories. Let's go.
No. So that's why I was just talking about being overall happy. I think like mental wellness is very important, especially for our culture. We have to start accepting it and knowing that there's help, that if you are going through some shit, there's professional help out there. And that also goes to, it kind of ties into some topics I want to talk about happiness. And this goes, tips on not losing yourself in all aspects once we become parents, right? So like, I think overall being happy is having your own identity. Granted, what do you think? I have a lot, like,
what was the question again?
Tips on not losing yourself in all aspects once we become parents. So obviously like keeping your identity, you know, like once you become married, because obviously you co-live with someone, como quien dice, you're always going to lose a little bit of part of yourself to be with someone else. It's not like, who was I before I got married? Well, I was in fucking undergrad in Monterey. You like to party, you like to do this. Doesn't mean like that identity, that who you were in your early 20s is the same identity you're going to carry who you are when you're married, right, you know?
I think you evolve as a human being, and especially when you have kids, you need to mature, right? You can have fun. You can still act like a kid. Sometimes I tell Myra, when we go to the movies or whatever.
3D.
Yeah, like let's watch it 3D. It's like, dude, the baby's too small. Like she can't. Come on. Oh, okay. It's like, dude, who's the kid here? And yeah, like, you know, I'll be honest. Like, I'll take that excuse, you know, to experience that and stuff that I didn't do as a kid with my kid now. So I'll take that as an excuse and I'll be a kid with her, you know. But when it's time to act like an adult and be mature, yeah, you have to make those decisions, you know. So, but as me, as like my character or my persona, you know, who I am has changed me. But no, I mean, I'm still fucking dumb and goofy, you know. It's like, that's just me, you know. But when it's time to get serious, you have to get serious, you know.
Yeah. I agree. And there's a lot of times too where, you know, people get married and it's like they lose their identity. They're stripped away from who they were, or because the significant other no quiere que sean así. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many times it's like I married them for this reason and now I hate them for the things I used to love. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good thing either, because the thing is, it's like if you married, I don't know, like if you marry your partner porque es bien trabajador, like when you were dating, le gusta trabajar un chingo y nunca está en la casa, and then they're still bien trabajadores, or they're never home because they're working a lot. Now it's like, well, you have a family, I demand this. And it's like, okay, but you always have to keep in mind like the things that you loved about that. Like there's some things that you cannot change of a person, and that's who they are. You know what I mean? And that's the identity you need to keep. Obviously you can't, like I said, you can't keep the same. If you're a Tatiana before you got married, you can't be a Tatiana when you're married, because that's not the identity. You know what I mean? You create the identity you want to be as you go. Like you're not the same person you were 5 years ago, but obviously the identity that you're working on, your future identity, is so much better than who the fuck you were. And I think it can go either both ways. Like if you want to be who you were in the past because that's what made you happy, and you're not happy with who you are now, if it's for the better, cool. But if you are wanting to be who you were in the past and it's not going to make your marriage great, then don't go back to being who like that person was. You know what I'm saying? So it's about just finding happy medium. Of course, everyone should have their own identity. It's not like, oh my God, we finished each other's sentences.
Yeah. Like the so romantic. Oh my God, he wakes me up with a rose, and oh my God,
I am me and you are you.
Yeah. And then when they get married, it's just like, monta tu pinche. Y cuando andan novios, que, ay, sí, mi amor, déjate llevo al baño.
Yeah.
De estar de la mano y la chingada. And then ya se casan and it's like, árale, jale, chingárale, vaya.
Yeah.
That's stupid, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But thank God, I mean, we weren't like that. I mean, I gave you gifts and stuff, but it wasn't like oh my God, he's like fucking 1,000 roses and this and this and that, you know?
Or like if we're walking.
Se mala costumbre, entonces está cabrón.
But at the same time, I've never been that type of person either. I don't like that shit. Or like if we like, oh my God, you're talking papas. Like, or you see couples walking and the guy's walking behind the girl abrazándola. It's like,
oh, that's so cute.
Like walk normal. I need my space, you know?
Or cuando van caminando de la mano, bitch, you about to get lost or what?
Ay, that's cute too. We walk by the hand sometimes.
I don't. Tú para allá, yo para acá. No, I agree.
Yeah, you know.
It's all good.
And then another question I had, and obviously it's like marriage identity, is boundaries. Is it okay to have boundaries as the relationship evolves?
Boundaries? What kind of boundaries?
I don't know. Any type of boundaries.
Boundaries. Like don't touch my phone status?
Yeah.
That can be a boundary?
Yeah, that's a boundary. And that's funny you say that because there was a question there, but I didn't highlight it, talk about it. Let's address that real quick though, because that's a boundary, right? Phone boundaries. So she had asked like, how do you feel or what would you do? It's like, oh, phone or about the phone, like don't touch my phone. I have nothing to hide, but don't go through my phone. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no. See, even just putting that boundary itself, it's kind of like you're already putting yourself in a bad position, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like us, we never even talked about it. Like my phone's there, like grab it. But when you're conscious and you're just like, oh, by the way, don't grab my phone because I won't grab yours, but don't grab mine. You know?
Yeah, or like if you would sleep with the phone under your pillow, if you would hide it.
That's kind of like,
Or always like the phone upside down.
Yeah, like, that's just.
Those are red flags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
I mean, yeah, like is there boundaries? Like, do I answer Randy's phone? No. What the fuck? That's a boundary. Like I would never do. You know what I mean? Like, but I think phones aren't a boundary because you shouldn't cross that boundary. Like if you're having doubts, you know what I mean? Like why there's it's a probable, you know what I'm saying? If you're already thinking that, like it's already, something's happening. If you feel like I need to go through his phone because he or she's acting sketchy, pues she's always texting late at night and she doesn't let me see who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's like I believe in boundaries, but not really, honestly, because like for me, like Randy knows my password.
Can't even take his shit with a door closed here.
No, it goes vice versa. And after you have kids, that shit changes, you know? Yeah, like boundaries, like on my laptop, all the passwords are already like there. You know what I mean? I just feel like boundaries? Like boundaries would be weird. Like I think like a boundary, like if he was talking to his, I don't know, friend or mom on the phone, a conversation, I'm over there like eavesdropping, like what, like that's you know, like there's certain things like you don't have to do, but
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time processing this, like boundaries. Like I don't know what kind of boundaries.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think
this is my side. Don't come, you know. This is my drawer. Like don't touch my drawer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's boundaries. There shouldn't be boundaries with your significant other. There should be boundaries. You create boundaries with your mom, your dad, your in-laws, your brothers, your sister-in-laws, lo que sea. Those are boundaries you create.
Or even your kids.
Yeah, with your kids, a boundary. Like, yeah.
Like, this is my jewelry or whatever. Like, this is a special box. Don't touch that.
Yeah.
Don't go in there. You know, I don't know. Yes. But yeah, us boundaries or your significant other boundaries, I don't know. It's kind of weird, no?
Yeah. And then one was also creating boundaries with your in-laws and your brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws.
Yeah, no, that's relatable. Like, in my business, like you don't have an opinion, or you might have an opinion, but obviously don't get in my business.
Well,
you know?
what would you do if they're getting in your business without your opinion?
That's what I'm saying. That's crossing a boundary. You know, there's boundaries there. They shouldn't say anything.
So what about if they do? How should that be addressed?
Well, say something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. There's certain times where family can cross those boundaries, but it's up to you to remind them or to tell them like, hey, like, if I didn't ask for your opinion or lo que sea, like, mind your own business. You know what I mean?
But then again, I mean, it's only obvious. You know, I mean, I'm the type of person that unless, I mean, there's something extreme where, I don't know, they're fucking physically hurting each other.
Yeah.
And I would step in, pero por ejemplo, I don't know, a fucking argument or something. I'm gonna be like, ay, pero ¿por qué le hablas así? Ay, pero no le hablas, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, that's none of my fucking business.
Right.
So why would I?
Yeah. No, there's, let's put it out there. There was, I know I had kind of like briefly talked about this in one of the podcasts. Like, me and Randy went through like a hard patch in our marriage, and I did ask for my parents. I'm like I involved them, but I told them like, hey, like, our marriage isn't really going the way I want it to, and I'm kind of have a feeling if we don't do something about it that we might not be here years from now. And they stepped in, but they stepped in respectfully. It wasn't like my mom and dad came over like, pues qué chinga está pasando, Randy, Myra? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was more like, let's sit down, they're mediators, and let's talk about it. But it wasn't like, as in-laws, as sister-in-laws, as brother-in-laws, you shouldn't step in unless they ask for it. Unless it's like, dude, like you said, you clearly see your daughter's getting fucking the shit beat out of her by her husband, and she's not saying anything because she's scared. It's like, parent instincts or brother instincts, sister instincts, step fucking in and do something. Because sometimes, like, domestic violence, like, people don't want to talk about it, but that shit exists. But if you see that, like, some people, once again, don't have that voice, or they're too scared. Well, like, they're too scared to say something.
Yeah.
You know, so it just, there's boundaries that should always be made. There's boundaries that should not be crossed, and sometimes you just have to create your own boundaries too. One of them, also a question was, how do you create boundaries with your in-laws or with family? It said, I wish I could find it. It said like, ellos educando tus hijos, pero no educan los suyos. You know what I mean? So how do you address that? Like, oh, there's people, let's see if it's, brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, in-laws, parents that are telling you like, well, dude, don't do this with your kid. And it's like, dude, A, your kids are miserable, or B, it's like, or shitheads, or B, you don't even have kids yourself. So how are you telling me how to be a parent? So how do you address that when people are trying to come in and tell you how to raise your own kids?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. You just kind of don't. I mean, for my case, I'll just be like, oh, está bueno, sí, está bueno. Hey. You know? I'm like, hey, yeah. Just like brush them off, because it's like, clearly, dude, like, you have your own kids, like, worry about your fucking kids, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just me, and I'm not the type of person that I would say something then and there just out of respect. I don't know if it's respect, maybe, vergüenza. I don't know. It just, but there are people like that. They don't seem to like think or realize, como like, oh shit, but en vez de yo dar opiniones, like, let me fucking do what I say, take my own advice and apply it to my kids, and then I can give advice, you know?
Yes.
But when other people clearly see you fucking up and you're over here giving advice, it's like, the fuck, how does that work? I don't think you should be giving advice, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the worst. You give advice, and then it's like, you're not, what you're preaching, you don't practice what you preach, and you're giving advice, or you don't have kids and you're telling other people how to raise kids. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, stay in your own lane. Like, no, like, don't do that. And yeah, I think what I've learned a lot, and I think this is a parenting advice for all of the parent, or if you're pregnant, if you're a new parent, like I said, we're learning every damn day, is you need to have a voice for your child 100%, because the way you protect your kids when they get sick, les das de comer, like, you need to be the voice for them. If you see something you don't like that someone's doing to them, or someone is saying something, you need to be the voice for them too, regardless if it's good or bad. Like, I don't know, if we're at a birthday party and we see Valentina's if she would be over there opening up presents and it's not her birthday, as a parent, you need to just have a voice in general and tell her, like, ¿sabes qué, Valentina? Siéntate aquí, mami, no es tu cumpleaños. Like, you also need to have a voice to discipline, but also to address other people if they're saying something about your kid, because you are going to be the one that's going to protect your kid. And they're como quien dice, like, your children they are you are them. Like, you can't, your kids are going to be what you want them to be growing up. Obviously they're going to create their own identity genetically, they're born with their personalities, but I'm talking about disciplining wise. Right. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you have to protect them. Or if someone says something you don't like about your child, parents, speak the fuck up y no se dejen. Because the thing is, like, if you don't like something, say something about it. Don't just
say how it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like, say how it is. Like, I have a funny story to tell. You're probably gonna be like, I can't believe you remember this. So once, like, Valentina was a couple months old, like 6 months old. And remember you invited a coworker over and the wife. Oh. But this is me being a new mom. But obviously, como quien dice, we all evolve. And if I was more secure of myself and I didn't give, like, I've come a long way. Okay. But it was the first time Randy invited one of his coworkers over, and yeah, we cooked, like, they came over, lo que sea. We hung out here, like, wives trying to be friends with or lo que sea. Anyways, so Valentina she wasn't even 6 months old, estaba chiquitita, right? Mm-hmm. So, like all infants and newborns, they cry. As a new mom, you try to calmarla. It's not like you're trying to escalate her emotions and her cry. It's not like, I am going to hold you and I want you to cry more. And then what did the wife say? And she literally stepped in and grabbed Valentina, and I'm so fucking mad that I didn't say anything.
She's probably watching right now.
I don't care if she is. Like, I hope you're really watching this. And she was like,
no, she's like, here, the babies can sense your energy. Give me the baby.
She said that to my face. And I honestly, I didn't react because I was like, wait, what? Like, I think more than anything, I was in a lot of shock because I was like, and she grabbed her and Valentina she didn't stop crying. And I was like, shit. She can tell your bitch ass has bad energy too. Like, give me back my child. So I got Valentina and finally she calmed down.
That was funny though.
Yeah, but she tried to step in being like the more.
Yeah, so like, you have a baby here. Like,
I didn't even ask her to begin with.
Here, give me the baby. Babies can sense your energy. Give me the baby. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and did Valentina stop crying? No. It's not until I grabbed my child back and I calmed.
Mensa también te la diste?
So stupid. No, I know, but yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm so mad at myself because I honestly was in shock. And then I feel like once I was able to process it, I was like, wait, what? Like, no, give me back my child, you know? And after that, and it's like, I get it. You know, sometimes, majority of the time you're going to need help, you know, but there's a right way to help a mom or a right way to help someone.
Yeah, they could have been like, oh, here, do you mind if I carry your
phone? Like, girl, let me try it. Let me help. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like the way you approach me. It's like,
here, give me the baby because they can sense your energy.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Like, you should sense my energy that I want you to get the fuck out of my house. Like, I was so like.
And that was that. We never became friends.
No, you see?
That's fucked up.
You blew it.
That's why I don't have any friends.
See that?
Maybe you be fucking up my friends.
Oh, you know what, boo boo? This is why.
I'm a fucking loader.
That's why you gotta. No, that's why you gotta trust me. See, this is for your own good. Like, no, but yeah, like something like that. Like boundaries, being intrusive. There's a way. Like, I've had. Trust me. Like that one night when Valentina was newborn, my mom. Like I gave Valentina to mom. I was like, Mom, she won't stop crying. Like, please help. Like. I wanted her help. And sometimes it's like if someone, you're not always going to want and need the help because as women, of course we can do it all. We're superwoman. But we need the help sometimes, but it's okay. But approach it the right way. Don't just be like,
give me the baby.
Yeah. You know, it's like, what would you do if like, I don't know, like I invited my friend over and her husband and you were fucking grilling or you're cutting along like, hey bro, like you're cutting your grass wrong.
Let me do it.
No, for real.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a friend.
There would have been a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just comes down to creating boundaries and not saying
and being happy.
Yeah, like overall, yeah, being happy. And all of you have what it takes to become happier. All of you are made like you know, a veces you look at people and let's go back to social media. You see people on social media, it's like, oh my God, they're so happy, they've done this, they've done that. But it's like, trust me, you can do that too and have so much more, but you just have to believe in yourself and know that you're worth. Como quien dice, we all have what it takes, pero it's up to you. Como querer es poder. How bad do you fucking want that life? How bad do you want a better job? How bad do you want your marriage to succeed? How bad do you want to lose the weight and become healthier? It's up to you. The right resources are there to do shit legit and not take any shortcuts, but it's in our power. You have what it takes to make yourself happy. You have what it takes to make yourself happy. And me, como quien dice, like, I'm a supplement to your life to a certain extent. Like, I'm here to help you, but you have what it takes.
Tú haz de cuentas, eres mi hierba life in my life.
Don't ever say that word in English. Yes. So I'm really excited. Randy, he let it out there saying that. Are you going to do something about it?
Embarrassing, but yes, I'm a doer.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see.
No, yeah, I really am. And I'm happy. I expose it to the world, and it's just like, you just got to project it to the universe for it to become a reality. So, yeah, no, I'm excited, and I'm happy. It's a new month. I'm the middle of the month. I'm the middle of the year.
Who gives a shit?
But it's better now than never, right?
Yes.
So,
and I'm really excited to watch you transform, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be hundreds, thousands, millions of people that are in your same situation that are going to be inspired by you. And I'm so honored to be by your side to watch you fucking be Elma.
I'm going to bring out my line, so I am on Elma. Elma Mao. Yeah, but anyways, final thoughts. Be happy. Mental health and wellness is not a joke. Don't worry. Be happy.
Put that first on your priority list and create boundaries. And boundaries can also lead you to becoming a healthier person, happier person overall. Okay, don't be scared to speak up, especially with your kids, because your kids rely on you. You are that person that's going to protect them. So speak up, baby.
Yes. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for commenting. And until next time, next episode.
Con Myra y el Randy.
El Randón. El Randy, el Mamao.
Bye. Till next time.
Later.
Your song.
Me voy, me voy,
Get it.
me olvidaré.